Welcome back to the show. Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Rob D. I'm Rob Duenas, and I'm mellow. What are we doing? We're going to be working on One Punch Man Copic colors. So that's what we're going to be doing here. This is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. B marker paper is what this be. And I am going to do a little practice first, and then we'll get started on the real thing. Let's look at it previously on SketchCraft. If I can pull this shit right out. Where is it? Figures. It's never within arm's reach, you know? Every time you think you got something, you're like, it's not really here. Alrighty. So this was the big, giant, crafty version on craft paper. The Copic version is going to be on 8.5 by 11 marker paper, so scaled it down. What I had to do was take this drawing, remove all the color from it, shrink it down, make the lines real light, and make a copy of it in basic lines, minus all the shading, which you see here. This I did on my own time, in between all my other fucking chores and things that I'm doing. So he gets a Copic color version, and this he bought separate. So there you go. So you can turn this into this. Now, the Copic lines work better with absolutely no shading and stuff on it beforehand. Nice clean sheet of paper to work with. So, but this is a piece of scrap paper I had lying around. Same B marker paper, just cut it down. So printed out a copy. You can do some practicing here, and we can work out the Copic colors as we go. I'm going to put on some music, and we will start. Let me reset the chat room so we have that. Okay. And let's grab some markers out. Just kind of figure out how I want to do. E00R22 B15. So practice with some skin tones here. Start with an E00, just kind of do a blanket wash. And again, this is just a practice, see, so I can not keep this if I don't want to. And I'm using the lighting from my previous piece as a guide for the shadows and stuff. So I'm not making this stuff up twice. So I think that'll work. We'll save this the other shadow there for a second. Maybe R29, V9, or V29. Practice a little bit on some of these gloves. Just for Kyle too. Yeah, this is what he initially got, was just an 8.5 by 11 Copic commish. But I wanted to practice the crafty, so he was willing to foot the bill for that. And so there you go. Don't know if I want to add. No, it's going to add too much orange. That might actually work better. So when I move these over here, hope he's okay there. No, skunk apes. Can never tell, Kyle. So what I want is I want more of a redder core color than orange. So I'm using a pinker. So this case is RV55, RV29. So we'll keep those two. I'll put these back. But I'm going to save some of these oranges because I might need them. I'm going to need this R22 for the skin, and we can put the R05 back. So that's a Y35. You know, I think with the skin though, I might try something a little less vibrant. Let me look back at my skin palette. Nah, keep it. I envy you so much. You can draw a very cool picture of my school. Well, you know, to be fair, Kevin, I had to do my school too, right? So we've all been there. We've all done our time, you know. Anything on your Christmas list by that commission bag? Oh, you know, sadly, one of the things I haven't gotten into much in terms of conversation, Hector, was that I lost 60% of all my, actually almost 100% of all my backup inks, all of my reserve watercolors that I paint with were destroyed in the move. So I have to slowly use my commission funds to buy all that stuff back up. That's just one of those giant nightmares I've been putting off for a while now. Yeah, they just all got broke and destroyed. Even though they were protected, it just to one thing that got totally ruined. So a lot of those are just done. Yeah, it's more of an orange color though. Maybe I'll try. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how I want to color this. Haven't decided yet. I like that. The mustard over the yellow. That I like. We'll be doing that. Let's check out putty. Did you do this digital then printed it? No, I traditionally drew it. The live stream is up. The real times are up. That's the real time for the one punch is up. I drew it huge, and then I shrunk it down and redrew it, so it would be have just the lines. It took me like an hour, and then made a copy so I can color the copy. As if the electrical problems were. That's what I was trying to tell you. Like a lot of shit went down, and if I just kept complaining about it, it was just going to seem really pathetic. You know, like just shit got broke, man. I got no explanation for it. You know, all my stuff too. The wife stuff is fine. I think so, Sammy. Don't hate me if I don't recall the name specifically. I barely remember Brandon. Sometimes he calls me, I'm like, who is it? Oh, it's Brandon. What's up? Where's my timestamps? I know. I know. Thanks for that, Hector. I'll make sure I bring it up. Good job, Hector. I finally got my initial Cintiq, my original Cintiq put back up. I forgot to mention that. Funny, because I'm looking right at it. Uncertain if I want to do it. No, it's too. It would have to be a cooler. You could do the capes and cooler. just do the cape and cool grays. Actually, I'm going to do that instead. Someone's going to ask me, why does all the faces he posts just look like? Every artist does that, yeah. But they don't. You just see what you want to see. I don't look anything like this looks like me. They all look like me. Trevor looks like me. These all look like me. All these faces look like me. All these faces look like me. That looks just like me. These all look like me. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Bombcat looks just like me. And Truffles. And the Battletoads. Kids see what they want to see. You know? People see what they want to see. Sometimes, yeah, they look kind of like me. Probably because I'm drawing from just memory. And I think artists have a habit of drawing an imprint in their head. You know, look at Frazetta. He always drew from his memory. And all the guys are pretty much the same face. You know? So that's why you have to draw from reference when you need actors reference. You have to get their pictures out and make sure you're drawing them. I don't think there's any way around that. You know? Brandon drew himself when he drew Mikasa from Attack on Titan. That's a problem. You know? Uncertain how I want to do this. Yeah, I'm going to go the grittier route with the yellow versus the orangey bright color. The Stay Puft Marshmallow. Yeah, you're just being a dick. That's mean. You said that, not me. You'll beat me up. Uncertain how I want to go. Let's try. Let's try to just color some of this leg, and we'll do it more like mustard yellows. So same base yellow, which is Maize Y35. And then we're going to use mustard for the base shade. Yeah, Junkrat looks just like me. And Diablo looks just like me. And all the Final Fantasy guys I threw down, they look just like me. And Vader looks just like me. So every now and then they get me. Every now and then one kind of looks like me. That's different than they all. They all look like me. It's a big difference. Why do all the anime guys look the same? Well, there you go. You know? Jim Lee just draws one face. Every face should be unique. You know? Why does the book take so long? Well, he made every face unique. You know how long that fucking took? Yeah. I do admit, that does look like me right after people cancel commissions. You know? And that looks like me when I sell their commission for more money than they were originally going to pay for it to someone else. Because that will happen. Because the commission that was canceled was the Venom one. And I guarantee you that Venom's going to sell for more than they were paying. I promise you that. Still don't know. Now you'd think sometimes with yellows. You know, it is yellows. Sometimes yellows throw me off. These things can take a little time, folks. Sorry. You know, just throw all this shit together and be like, that's my masterpiece, pay me. Sometimes I have to sit here and go, I don't think that's working. Yeah. Well, I kind of do them in order, so I'll design them early, then go back and I render out the ones that are in order. He just isn't next, Like, sorry, I'm 2 months behind. You know, I've been very, you know, upfront with everyone about this. So whatever, you know. You're gonna be hard pressed to find someone doing wraparound sketch covers, full color, full figure for $90. At my level, are you fucking kidding me? You know. So I'll just draw it. I mean, it was gonna be drawn larger, so I'll just keep it super large. I'll get a I'll get a crafty version and a full color version out of that sucker, and I'll do a copy and do a gritty pencil version too. So there's gonna be 3 versions of that fucking thing. Yeah. And I'll do a sketch cover myself and put the shit on eBay. I'll get my money back. Hmm. The one night Kyle isn't on. The problem with doing the oranges in the shade is it tends to make his costume look orange versus yellow. It's kind of the whole point. And I know his glove isn't red, but I'm running out of space, so I'm going to practice. What happens if I use the VO4 or maybe the VO1? Hey, I want a lot of shit. See? That's how it works. Not enough contrast. Yeah, it's not going to work. It's going to be way... Yeah, they get up there. They're not going down in price, put it that way. Yeah. I like that because it's going to add more yellow into the piece versus orange. So that makes sense. The shade is where things get a little like fine wine. Later, Hector. It's not enough contrast. And that's just going to add orange. Those two aren't going to work. Probably just going to have to stick to the grays and go with color pencil. Maybe just a warm 5 or a warm 3. Warm 3 is not enough contrast. All right, so we'll keep that. So warm 5. Now what we got to do is start writing this shit down because I'll lose track of it. So Y35, Y26, and W5. E00, R22. Doo-doo-doo. I think V15? Yeah, V15. V15. We can start to keep these. And this is RV29 and R05. Let's see what a W7 looks like. Yep.
Hello, everybody.
Hector said he saw you tweeting on Twitter when you were supposed to be working.
No, it's working. It's all up there.
Just
You narc, Hector. You narc.
Just relaying to you what Hector said.
No, I was just waiting. I hit save changes on it, and in the meantime, I was on Twitter, and then called you.
They're always watching.
That's what I said on Instagram. I literally I said that on. I was replying while I was waiting for everything to upload. I got on Instagram, and maybe that's when I was on Twitter. But I was all. Someone said something, and I'm like, everyone's always watching, and Rob's always watching.
It'll get back to me.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. I was like, if I'm not if I'm not doing my job, someone will blow the whistle.
Huh?
I didn't peg Hector for a narc.
I encourage this.
I do not. Thanks, buddy.
I encourage this behavior. I think it's productive.
I filled in the info where you want me to say the description of the podcast, and then all the timestamps are up. You just have to go in and name it and all that. So
okay,
it's good to go. And then I'll just start getting the other ones done. Yeah, when I'm timestamping and I write down the times, I have to go back and check because I have that 30-second delay. So I just go back and make sure they're all synced up. They're usually a little off, but I go back and fix it. And I re-listened to our Transformer song. It's fucking hilarious. Like when we're doing the sound effects as the Transformers trailer, it's really good. It's really funny.
You're proud of yourself?
Yeah, I'm proud that it was not a planned moment and it turned out as good as it did. You know, it wasn't like we were like, hey, let's both start singing the trailer. It was just re-listening to it. It perfectly sync up with the singing and the sound effects. I'm almost like if you could take a part of the trailer and sync it up with our song, it would make for a better trailer.
I think you could jump between all the trailers for those movies, and it would be virtually the same fucking thing.
Would you, if we took that little song thing we did for the 10, 15 seconds and added Transformer video onto it, could you get hit with a D
Yes, you can hit
because
with
it's their
anything. Yeah, sure. Why
because
not?
their video, right?
Hey, because you're making fun of it, and they don't.
Uh, oh, it's so good though.
That's how they get people back. That's how they get you back. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put that back and go back with my initial pick.
Now, are you
Scrapping
sure
it.
One Punch Man has ears? Because I could have sworn I've seen him without ears.
I know. I know you. I know you. Question is, at the background, I think in the background I might make like, like fiery orange, kind of like the Vader one or whatever.
Hmm.
What do I make the swooshes? That's a good question. Let me play around with some of these color pencils. And this is where shame on me for taking time to figure out how I need to color these things before I, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just crank the shit out.
That wasn't justified.
I can complain. They're
You
getting their
could.
fucking money back. I can fucking complain all I want.
Oh,
It's my right. I don't have to be a fucking
I re
super sport about it, huh?
I re-emailed the guy for the Amazing Con. He said, "Yeah, I can mail you a check, or I could PayPal. That'd probably be quicker." I'm like, "Yeah, PayPal me it, please." And I gave him your email, and he said he'll have it. He said in the next few weeks, and I was like, "Hey man, since it's PayPal, do you think I can get it like this week?" And he said, "Yeah, man, I'll try. Since you paid at Vegas and everything." So I was like, "All right, cool." So
Weeks.
that's what he said. First he said a couple of weeks, and then about the whole it could be a check or if you want money order or something like that. And I'm like, can we just do PayPal? And he goes, yeah, it'd be faster with PayPal. I'm like, all right, let's do PayPal. Here's my PayPal, and I gave him yours. So I did my part.
If I do the orange background, I probably should do the warmer outfit. Actually, now that I think about it. I got a feeling he's not going to give me my money back right away. I never get my money back right away. They want it there, but they won't give you your money back when they cancel. It's canceled. We'll give it back to you months from now. I don't know why. You know? I paid right then and there. Why can't I get my money back right now? Right?
Right.
Right. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know, Brandon.
Hey Ash. Ash says hello.
I'm less optimistic about this process than you.
I mean, if it's PayPal, they should just be able to do it right then. It takes 30 seconds.
Well,
That's
yeah.
what
Well, it should be here now. But is it?
I don't know. Have you checked your PayPal?
Yeah, it goes right to my fucking check my PayPal. I get notifications the second I get paid, bro. And I know because I got paid from someone today. So it's working just fine,
Yeah.
you know?
Hey man, I did my part.
Yeah, I did my part too. I paid the fucking thing. They canceled. I want my money now, not in 3 weeks, not after Christmas, not a week before the con was supposed to be. I want it now. If I don't have the fucking money by Friday, you get on the phone with somebody.
Okay.
They canceled it, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I didn't cancel the commission. The guy wants his money right now. You know, they canceled the con. I get my. I think equally, I want my fucking money back right now. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna be very nice about this one, Brendan.
Okay.
I'm impatient to a point, but I'm tired of being the guy who takes the shit end of the fucking stick, dude. You know, and
Right. I get
and
it.
I do, Brandon. I consistently get fucked over. Can we not agree on this? You know,
Yes.
so not anymore. Mm-mm. I would have happily gone to that con and lost all my money anyhow. So, you know, I'll keep that way. So this is on them to fix. Color guiding this one punch, and the background's gonna be orange to yellow. So I'm trying to figure out. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, this convention canceled. You know, and so like I kind of want my money back, and they're like, oh yeah, you know, we can get to you PayPal. I'm like, great. And then the guy was telling Brian, he's like, yeah, well, you know, like in a few weeks. And we're like, I'm like, a few weeks? It's after fucking Christmas. No, I want my fucking money back now. You know, we paid at the con. You got your money. You said it's canceled. Don't say it's canceled. You could have waited 3 weeks to say it was canceled. If it's canceled, give me the money. Unless you don't have the money, then that's not my fucking problem. You know?
Right.
You see what I'm saying, Brandon? Like
Mm-hmm.
they're the ones who said if they weren't ready to offer refunds the second they were saying they were canceled, then they shouldn't have said they were canceled until they're. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's reasonable. Yeah, fuck that. Now I'm getting really mad. Ash isn't helping, Brandon. She's not helping you.
Calm down, Ash. Calm down. We gotta see these guys in Vegas.
Yeah, Brandon's friends with these people. So
Again, again, I am.
they're his
I know
boys.
the pro. I know the guy who runs it,
Yeah.
and he's always been very nice and accommodating to me.
Hmm.
He is not the one issuing the refunds. He obviously has, a crew that does that. So if Rob does not receive his money by Friday, I will hit up my acquaintance and say, "Hey, man, can you get the ball rolling on this? My buddy needs it. We paid,
At the
canceled."
con, you guys said you're canceling. I got to do another con. I need that money. That money was budgeted. I want my fucking money back. I don't. You know what? I wanted just to buy cocaine and fucking Skittles. Who the fuck cares why I need it? You understand what I mean? It's
Well,
my
I
fucking
mean, can
prerogative,
you, can
bro.
you wait till we're in Vegas to buy that? I mean,
Huh?
at least share the rainbow.
It doesn't matter why I need it. It's my fucking money. I'm gonna spend all weekend at Tim Hortons and just get fucked up eating junk food. What the fuck does it matter? Like, I'm gonna buy 16 banana shakes at the Chick-fil-A, and I can only do it on Saturday, so I need my shit Friday. Like, it's
They're
not
not open on
it's not my problem
Sundays.
about Sabbath laws. I don't control this shit. Yeah, like, priorities, motherfucker. Priorities.
Yep.
Yeah, they should have waited until they were ready to issue refunds before they said they were canceling. To say you're canceling it 3 weeks before Christmas, and then to say you might have to wait till after Christmas to get your money back is fucking ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, I'm getting mad over it. You know, surprisingly, I don't really get too mad sometimes, but cons, it's like I go 0 to fucking 100 when a con or a school is ripping me off. You understand?
Yep.
Do you? Are you just doing that
But,
thing?
I'll give you 50-50 on that one
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because you're just gonna get yourself worked up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to make you not work yourself up here. So a little bit of both.
Color pencil. I think you're in on the conspiracy. Every one of you. My ice cream bar. What about my ice cream bar? You told me to do it. I didn't want to, but you made me.
I'm not in on it. I stand to make money if you make money. You don't make money, I don't make money.
Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy. Happy, happy. DMCA. Oh, you thought you was going to sing the fucking Happy Joy song. Nickelodeon gotcha. Lovely, Brandon.
It's like a hiccup, wasn't a burp.
Personally tired of looking at this One Punch Man. I don't
Look
even
at
like.
it.
He was telling Kyle, I'm like, I don't even like the drawing. I don't know why you're paying for this. Like, getting ripped off. All right, so let's start this. Zoom out a little bit. All right, we'll just start with the skin tone. E00. It's that thing Brandon should be doing sometimes. What you gotta do is fill in the thing with the base color and then do the shadows. And so if like the boot is blue, you'll do the whole shadows of blue and then leave these big white spaces. Just trying to tell you, do the base color first, then do. Then we use R22. So did Balfour comment on your penmanship?
Mm-hmm.
The one time he comments, huh?
Mm-hmm.
When you're not, things aren't going so well.
That's fine.
It's a good friend.
I never said he was a friend. Another acquaintance. Is this the real one or the warm-up? This is the real one.
Yeah.
Never mind. Man, Kyle's doing some traveling. He is just one place from another. Did you go to any comic book shops when you were stationed in Germany?
Yep. In a place called Terminal. It's a series of stores, but they have one in Frankfurt, Terminal 1. Or they're all like Terminal 1, Terminal 4. And they
What
had
What does
like
that mean?
the
Terminal
name, but
One.
they would name the stores 1, 2, 3, 4. So I went to like
Oh,
Terminal, I think it was Terminal 1. in Frankfurt. And downstairs in the basement was the English comics.
In the basement.
Yeah, well, it was super nice though, dude. It wasn't like, believe me, it's fucking way nicer than the shops you got out there. Like just
Right.
downstairs. Probably they used to hide. You know,
Yep. I get it.
you get it,
Uh-huh.
Smurfs. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, man. I bought Girl Scouts there. Issue 1.
Nice. I still have mine somewhere.
That was when Sean Chen was drawing Wolverine, and Lionel Francis Hugh moved over to the regular X books, and he was drawing
Mm-hmm.
all those characters with the Power Rangers outfits.
Yes. When
Remember
they're
they
in
had all these like,
space and shit.
yeah, they had all these like Locust Power Ranger suits and shit. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Josh. I don't know, man. You know, I've done so many of these things. Yeah. I wonder how many I have done. I don't know.
So many.
It's got to be over 100, right?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The trick is, I don't know, man. Like the tips on these things are fairly precise. So it's crazy is I can use these pretty well, but if I try to ink with a fucking brush, I'm like, nope, fucked. Like I don't know what it is about black and white. I see in color. That makes it's weird, right? Like they
Mm-hmm.
say I got they said I had like that synesthesia thing because I see it in numbers and letters in color to a point like I used to write like notes and like little color codes because I
Hmm.
could like figure out the letters and numbers. Everything has a number,
Right.
you know. So for some reason it makes more sense with color and like value. We got to do Copic Batman speed paint video Wednesday night,
All right.
so you know.
Okay.
But I'm gonna do that 8 to 9. All right.
8 to 9. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
I found 2 spots in the Copic marker thing. I'm gonna end up having to update. There's certain colors I'm gonna be getting rid of that are just pointless now that I use the color pencils, like the 0 zeros, except for the E00. That still means something. But like the B00 and the Y00, I'm definitely getting rid of those 2 colors. So I'll have to update that next year.
All right.
So I know I'll probably replace with an E55. I haven't decided what the second color is yet. Maybe another darker brown. So everyone's been telling me you got to use Lazy Numi. You know what Lazy Numi is, Brandon?
Mm-mm.
It's this bit of software you can install it. It's supposed to give your lines less wobbles when you use like Photoshop, right? You
Okay.
can like control the pressure and the curve fixture and all this stuff. And I remember using it years ago when the creator of it first hit me up about it, and I was like, this doesn't really help my process for some reason. So I was looking back, and I'm like, well, maybe I was wrong about that. Like, and I got the 30-day trial, and I still don't get the point. Like, I guess it can make it better, but it also adds drag, like weird delay, and like maybe I just got so used to drawing with the Cintiq as it is,
Mm-hmm.
that that it might just be completely pointless. There's a lot of little details in the background you're still getting. Yeah, I'm gonna use the distress inks. I'm just gonna tonalize it and use the color pencils to separate the shapes. Tonal background, my man. Tonal background. Started using them in most recent places. Man, they take such. Oh yeah, distress inks.
Game
Yeah, man.
changer.
Yeah, game changer. Those craft girls know their shit, man. Never underestimate. So I always look to different mediums to inform what I'm working on, right? I don't just sit down and look at what do they do at this con. I don't know, man. What the fuck do I care? They all drew with Sharpies. That's the ticket. Like I gotta get the Sharpie collection. Chamba has Sharpies. I want to make a commission as good as Chamba if I don't have Sharpies. Like they do it, Brandon.
Yeah.
Gotta have precisely the exact same brush as Alex Ross, or no painting will be complete. I always said the benefit to what I do is that I can do this and I can fucking shoot the shit all night. Think about that. Because I can hear when Brandon's paying attention. Like, it gets eerily quiet.
Yeah. Sorry. I
Crickets
was just trying.
chirp. I can hear him, like, I hear the sweat.
I laid. Fuck you. I laid the lines down on this Batman sketch cover, and it turned out pretty decent.
Then you go,
Well, it's just yeah. Anyway, so I'm working on this. I wish these sketch covers had consistently good, thick covers to work on, which, yeah, they don't. Some of the new Marvel stuff has sticker stuff, but I was working on this Batman and Robin sketch cover, and it's thin paper. I mean, it's thin, and you push on it, and you got to really hold the paper down, otherwise it starts to come up a little bit. And so there's a couple lines I'm gonna have to erase and go back and fix because they're wobbly because of the paper. Because when I start to get close to the staples or anywhere, it's just kind of off. But whatever. Mm-hmm.
You know that doesn't bother me, right?
No, I was just filling it in because you didn't say it this time. Usually you say it, like you go, mm-hmm, but you didn't even acknowledge me. I'm like, all right, that's cool.
Well, I tuned you out. If I don't acknowledge you, it's because I just moved on with life.
Mm-hmm.
I like to let you finish, but I don't really care. You know?
I was gonna make a really bad joke right there.
Yeah, I kind of think you did. Anyhow, you know.
Yep, I did. By not saying it, I said it. It was 11:30. Shit. All right, sorry, I gotta get to bed. The tags are all up on that, like I said. So all you gotta do is put in the name and thumbnails and stuff.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right.
Hey, if you want to do any of the instead of Wednesday or tomorrow, I'm free tomorrow and Wednesday.
No, I'm trying to
so.
make it just normal. But we're gonna put them right up. It's gonna go.
Oh,
So
okay.
when that goes up, you know, it's just gonna go right up that
Oh,
night. So
all right.
trying to make Wednesday nights speed paint.
Speed paint. Okay. All right. Talk to you tomorrow.
Later.
Good night, everyone.
Tomorrow I got to build some documents on my next round of art tip videos based off all use feedbacks. So Hey Marcus. Which color markers are the red and pink being used to work well together? It's RV29 and RV55. I have a Copic video I did, my entire list, all 64 colors, and they're all designed to like work really together. So if you haven't seen the videos, check it out. It's in the art tips. Big thumbnail cam, is it? Yeah, no problem. And I list them all too in the info, so you don't have to worry about, they're all there. But I spent like an hour walking through why and how they work and stuff. So pretty informative. You do everything with 64. Yep, that's it. Anything else I need, I use color pencil, and I list those too. So. Nope. Just a waste of ink. And I even have a container I fit them all in. So I list the container. So you can take them all with you. Fits all my Copics plus all 64 refills. One container. It's still going to run you a lot of money, but at least it's consistent. And that's from the last 3 years of doing a ton of Copic commissions. So I know I got fur covered, I got skin tones covered, I got cloth covered, I got warm reds, cool reds, warm blues, cool blues, you know. And all the in-betweens are done, like blending and super darks are done with color pencil. So you don't have to sit there and try to blend the shit out of the Copics. And just keep putting more ink on the back of your page. Because at SketchCraft, we care. We care. Like I said, if you want to work with color, start with one character at a time. You know, if you just want to get used to the markers, you can start with tonals, either evens or odds. So 10, 30, 50, 70, 10, or 20, 40, 60, 80, 10. I skipped the 90. It's kind of pointless. So far, skins. I did a video too on Copic skin tones and some really easy combinations you can use. Some realistic, some not so realistic, you know. Art tips playlist, folks. If you aren't checking it out, you're missing out. If you don't got a traveling buddy, get one. Oh, moving buddy. If you don't got a moving buddy, get one. What's up, Josh? Oh, later, Rob. Later, Rob. Later, Rub. There, Josh. I've got another 90 minutes of this to do. So it'll definitely take me into tomorrow night. At least with the background. It was definitely in white highlights. So. Trick with these Copics is to let them dry a little bit before you keep adding more Copic on top of them because they're actually wet. Once they dry, then you can actually get more color or even saturation by going back over it one more time. Another little round of value. Or when you blend the color, you can actually get a nice contrast between the two. If you want to blend and smooth the two, color pencil will smoothen that up better than the markers will. What generally people are doing is they're saturating the shit out of the paper, almost like watercolor, and blending the inks together to get this smooth consistency. And all you're doing is wasting ink. Trust me on that one. So this base skin is E00, this darker is R22, and then the shadow is going to be V15. But see, I get color into that shadow versus just using, say, like a gray marker. You can start to get a little clever with some of the schemes too. Since I put some of this V15 into these swooshes, it kind of also helps tie it together a little bit. Maybe probably going with too much ink too quickly. Yeah, I call it haloing, going around the shapes and kind of working your way in, you know, and allowing yourself the confidence to know that it's a process. You're going to get there. Trying to get it all in there the first, just trying to get it all perfect, like the very first second you do it, you know. Going to cause you problems. So I can go back over this since it's dried, and I'm going to get a little bit more contrast out of it. At some point, it's a diminishing return. Usually twice. You can get a second bit out of it, but you can't get 3. At that point, I'm going to need to use like color pencil to take it a little further. I was just telling Brandon there are going to be 2 colors on that list that I'm removing, and they're B00 and Y00. And that's because those really light, faint yellows work way better with color pencil than Copic marker. Copic marker, if you use Y00, it's just going to make it kind of blandish yellow. It doesn't reflect, it kind of like dulls. But light yellow with color pencil pops. It's pretty fucking awesome. Take this cream for example. I'll show you on the demo piece. This cream yellow makes a lot more sense, and then I can put more in here by rotating and adding a little bit more pressure with the color pencil. And you get this cool, subtle, and glowy yellow. If I use Y00 on there, which I can do, because I still have it in the booth, let me move this out, right? It just, see, it muddles stuff up. It doesn't reflect. It's muddy. So I'll be getting rid of those 2 colors and replace them with something. I have some ideas. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, it's W7. It's not dark red. You know, you can even tint it with color pencil going back over since it's semi-transparent and color pencils are semi-opaque. So I can make it dark red. If I take a dark red, go over there and fill it in. So trick is to work with lighter colors. That's why those Copic, and I'm just going to go here and halo the edges a little bit. I'm not going to go all the way over it with marker. Just haloing the edges. Because wherever it's super dark, it's going to be saturated right on the edge. Yep, less markers. Those Copic color sets are usually a big ripoff because they come with tons of dark colors you're not going to really be able to use. And I'm going to use that shade guide there to continue where this shade should be placed on the wrist, following the shapes of the wrist. And then I can come back this way and separate each one of these fingers a little bit more. Come back down here. I'll come right into here and try to pop. I'm popping the thumb forward by adding shadow underneath it. See? Using the contrast to pop shapes forward. I'm constantly rotating the marker so I can use the ink on both sides as it collects before I refill it, which I'm going to have to here in a second. may have fucked that up a little bit, but I can fix that. Yeah, it dries out on one spot, but it'll recollect. Those gloves are used for blue, for example. Would you use C7? Depends on what I want. If I want a warmer shade, I can use W7. I use W7 on Batman's cape, which is right here. The blacks on him are actually W7 to a W10. So it's just preference. Like this cape are C7s and C5s. This is C3, C5 right there. Yeah, those real-time videos are going up tomorrow. And I'll have a speed video of it sometime Wednesday. Oh, scheiße. It's actually not what I was supposed to do. VO4. Use the wrong color. My bad, dog. My bad. I was like, that isn't looking right. Doesn't matter. It's all fixable. This is getting a little dry. I need VO4 juice. Yeah, that's going in the mail tomorrow. This is VO4. Yeah, I should have used VO4 on the belt buckle. Oh well. I'll just darken it up, put some highlights in there. White highlights, and it'll fix it. I didn't plan that belt buckle out when I was doing my guide. So, somehow I just forgot. Man, this is a small piece of. This is 8.5 by 11. This is pretty tiny to be doing all this stuff, you know? So, there are just so many limitations that you can, you know, it's only so much detail you can work in, you know, and still be considered somewhat efficient. You know. Yeah, doesn't quite work out the way I want. So we'll stop doing that. And then I'll just throw some quick greens in here. Or the vegetables. Doesn't have to be so perfect. Let that dry for a second, and then we'll take the chrome orange and we'll add the carrot. A little carrot color here. And then take this darker green, which is GO2, which is A's ink. And I think I'll just quickly lay down some W7 on this background. Using the shadows that I already kind of figured out on the tonal piece. Because when I lay down distress inks, they're going to tonalize. This background's going to be mostly tonal, so I'll just already have some shadows worked out. Alright, well we still have an hour left of work to do. Tons of stuff. Tons of stuff to do. I can definitely start with what I know I want, which is cream, yellow, into this. I want to use color pencil for this. And I'm using polychromos. I really like them. They're better than the Prismacolors, which I still use a few because there's more colors for Prisma than there are polychromos. But these are really good. The leads don't break. I've never had a lead break on me yet. Super sturdy, and they just glide, kind of like ice cream. It's hard to explain. You can see by using the light yellow with the color pencil, it's way better than using a Copic for that. And look, I used to. It just muddied the paper up. So this is after doing, dozens upon dozens upon dozens of commissions. No, don't underestimate color pencil. Struzan uses it, right? His pieces aren't painted so much as they're just drawn with pencil and then color pencil and a little bit of airbrush. It's the same basic idea. Want to get a good set of color. I feel like they have more control with these versus markers. That makes. Yeah, well, polychromos, man, Faber-Castell. These are the fucking. These are the shit, dude. Just try one. Just try one. Just buy one. One of these things. You'll never go back. Okay, that's an electric pencil sharpener and the lead isn't broke. Oh my god, that's amazing. Try that with a fucking Prismacolor. Remember, when you're blending, if you want a softer amount of color, just hold the back of the pencil. Get a softer application. If you want more intense color, just get closer to the top of the pen, the grip, the tip of the pencil, and you can, without pressing hard. Now, I may have to actually use one of my. Can you go over the top of the part? Yeah, goes right over it. They blend together. It's really nice. This is a Prismacolor cold erase. Like I said, not every. Fortunately, there are limited colors when it comes to polychromos, so I do have a few. And for this really super saturated kind of magenta color, which I kind of want to saturate the edges of the where the yellow meets the purple. That's where I got to use it. Yeah, you can go right over these things with Copics, no problem. But you can get a stronger pigment and saturation with the color pencil over the Copic versus vice versa. And I think it's because color pencil tends to reflect light a little more. It's got those little particulars in there that reflect light more than, say, the marker, which is alcohol. Yeah. I mean, I'm no fucking scientist, so I can give you the definitive answer, but that's the bet I would place in Vegas if I had to. You know? So I can go back here, kind of add a little bit, and blend it together. So I'm going to grab my 0.5 Copic, 0.5 Copic. I ran out of Copic 0.1, so I had to go use a Statler Mars until my new Copics arrive. And I don't know how Copic proof this is, so we gotta be careful. But this is why I print out in light color, so I can go back and add the blacks over the lines where I want them to be. No, I'll grab my 0.5 Copic. And you may be tempted to think, this is a lot of work, but I've only been doing this for 2 hours. That's including the Copic color guide. So it's probably closer to an hour, hour and a half. It really isn't, you know. Versus painting, which, you know, good luck waiting for that shit to dry. And I do paint. I enjoy my watercolors, but that takes a lot longer. See if we can start to pop the character right out. Yeah, it is tougher. I started with watercolor, then went to Copics. So, and now they sort of inform one another. You'll be seeing more of that in January once I'm through all these commissions and stuff. I got some new stuff coming. For some of this stuff down here, I'm just going to use. I prefer this marker, this Copic for the black tip. I like the way it works. I'll be doing a lot of my shadows with color pencil though, so I'm just trying to get a good outline on this. Yeah, it's gonna pop it all out once it's done, you know. So that'll be nice. We'll have that to look forward to. Do you ever use a... Nope, never. Don't like it. Blender sucks. I don't like the blender. If I want to blend these two colors together, let's say I want to blend these two Copics together, that pink and that red. I don't want a hard edge there, right? It's really easy, dude. I just come with a color pencil and I just soften the edge. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, magically blended. Oh my god. See? We're doing it live. That's what we do here in SketchCraft. We just do it all live. Yeah. I don't know whether I went from a color to white. Yeah, you don't have to. Nah. Beyond 70, it doesn't make the piece look better. It just kind of muddies it up, smooshes all the stuff around. I don't know, man. You know, I think I color okay. So, you know. I I don't need it. Chances are you don't need it either. You're very kind. So now here's a nifty little trick. So we want to add stuff to the skin, extra lines. I don't want to use black. Copic makes these red wine Copic multiliners. Fucking genius. Red wine, or it's just called wine. We like these. These are our friends. So I'll probably still add a black outline, but if I want to strengthen the lines on him and maintain that skin tone, so I'll still add like a black outline, but I want to go in here and just kind of like keep the lines dark, but not black. I'll probably add black to the eyes though. It's a good place to add that. So let me actually go grab my 0.03. There we go. Add some. I'm just going to fill his eyes in with black, and then I can add a little gleam with white highlights later. But anywhere that it's light, and I want to works a little better with the 0.1. Yeah, they do. I like the wine more than the others, but you should definitely try them out. I try to keep my tools pretty simple now, so I can memorize them. If I have too many things, I can't memorize how to use them. So the wines is similar to the color I already print out these lines at. So let's just it's okay if I add a little bit of a thick line around them because I'm going to pop all this stuff back out once it's in color. And if I can try with that, you need a gazillion supplies. Yeah, well, you really don't. I mean, I have supplies, and they cost enough money, but anywhere I can pare down a little bit more, I will, Unless it's going to sacrifice quality, then it's like, well, like, could I just do the Copics and not use color pencil and get away with it? Yeah, sure, but it looks so much better. It's worth the color pencil investment. So, before I get heavily into that, let me grab my black color pencil. Sharpen this a little bit. cool part about using black color pencil for a lot of this versus just trying to use Copic markers is that you don't get the stickies. That black Copic marker can stick all over the fucking place. And you can use the black color pencil to fill in some of the texture gaps you get with Copics. Like you can get the little alcohol marks. You can fill them in with color pencil, smoothing all that out. Or keep it. You know, you can control all that. It's controllable. I like to saturate the edges of the darks with the color. Personally, I just like the way it looks. Having a hard time seeing some of this. I may have to. I tried to turn my lights down because it was getting a little bright, but I'm gonna have to turn it back up. Give me a second. I put a lot of light in this room. It was driving my wife a little crazy, but she doesn't understand. I have to be able to see what color things actually are. Trying to get. Yeah, little textures and knickknacks and stuff, you know. Little grit lines, little seam lines. Add a little bit of energy, you know. And you can pop them out with a little white highlight too, and everything's said and done. Tomorrow I'll be doing the background and the white highlights. And all I'm doing is, I got my original drawing here. I'm just looking at what I did there and just copying it back over. Like his mouth is a little fuzzy right there, but I can go over that with some white highlight when I'm done and clean it up. So it's not, the lines are kind of doubling over. I can jump between this and the 0.05 line to give me some of these lines back without making them too dark. Then I come in here and shade in very lightly that black. I can make the blacks nice and smooth. Cool part is with the color pencil you can add little lines into some of the color too, you know. Hey, what's up, Domation? Did you say you have a color pencil video? I don't know if I made that one yet. Don't quote me on it. But it's just the basic 36 colors of polychromos, and then a few Prismacolors I picked up along the way. It just comes down to personal preference. And I buy a lot of the extra blacks because I go through them. $36, not that many. See, this, this, and I don't really use these much, so it's mostly not that many, and a couple Prismacolors. That's it. I have some in the mail that I had to go to a store and buy. They didn't have Copics around here. They have Stettler, which I cannot guarantee won't bleed in some fashion, so I have to probably should have tried them out before I did this, but didn't really remember. So I only went through this one pen quicker because I started drawing more with the pens, and before I wasn't, so I didn't realize I was out. That won't happen again. I'm pretty good at keeping up with my supplies, but oh, that's good. Good to know. I mean, it's a pigment liner, so it should, but I didn't really think about it. Well, we can test this theory out right now. Let's grab the RV29. Yeah, I hear that, Dom. You know, it took years to build everything up. Put it that way. You know, it took years, and then each commission paid for the next round of pens, basically. You know. Then after a while, you get to start making money out of it, but it just takes a while. You know. If you don't get the SP, they're reasonable. Yeah, but I prefer the feel of these, the non-refillable ones. The refillable one, that metal, I got those back in 2007. They feel weird to me. I just prefer the feel of the plastic. Yeah, they're overpriced, bro. Yeah. I don't use them. These last pretty good long while. I just use a toothier paper, which I prefer anyhow. I'm like, Rod spent a lot of time on that hand. It's kind of like the focal point. Trying to create that feeling of a clenched, it's gripping. My favorite One Punch fight? Man, I just like it when Moomin Rider throws his bike and Justice smashes the fucking Sea King. It's hilarious. Anytime, Marcus. Anytime. I'll be back on tomorrow. Join me tomorrow night. We'll color up this whole background. I got about 4 minutes anyhow. I have to stop at 1. I have to have my working life back. If not, the real-time videos will be up, dude. You'll see. 9 to 1 a.m. Tonight we had podcasts, kind of ran a little late, so. But I'll be on this from 9 till 1 a.m. Should be able to finish all of it up. Yeah, sorry, I'm ending now actually. No. I can do it for 5 more minutes if you got questions. If not, I'm going to wrap it up. I have to get back to my normal work schedule. I wish I could, Dom. But this is like work, not so much as a show, so I can't guarantee I'll be on at certain times. Sometimes I wish I could. Wish I could make that work. I've tried, but I mean, I might make one specific time during the week, a specific guaranteed time to come hang out. That I might be able to do. But it's difficult every day to say I can definitely be on at these times because it doesn't quite work out that way. It's easy when you're just going to play a video game to say, hey, I'll be on at these times playing games. It's way easier to do that. Like with art, sometimes you're like, I don't really feel like anyone's seeing me right now or talking to anybody, you know. So some days it's like that. Or I'm listening to an audiobook, you know. Or like today, I'm running errands.